Hey, what's up, ecosystem? A car hauling dispatcher can help you organize your business, but do you put them in charge of your overall company success? It's Tuesday nights live on Auto Transport Intel. I'm Jay, your host. Welcome back to the show. Hey, welcome back, you guys, to Auto Transport Intel. It is Tuesday nights live, and I'm Jay, your host, and I really appreciate you coming back in. And I'll tell you what, here's the deal. If it's your first time here, let me tell you what's going to be going on, okay? First, I start the car hauler. That has already happened, and I'm welcoming you back to the show. And then I'm going to go in, I'm going to say hello to the live chat, because the live chat is a big part of the show. So if you want to participate and share and ask a question and join me, please join the live chat. I really encourage that. Then soon after that, we'll do that for a little bit. Then we're going to go into industry news. I don't have a lot of industry news tonight, so we might get to the feature interview before I realize it. At the 30-minute mark, we've got Ty from CTS Business Coaching scheduled. And by the way, let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. Mic check, 1, 2, that'll wake you up. So let me know if the audio and the video is okay. I really appreciate it. After we talk to Ty for about a half hour or so, we're going to open up the panel to the Dispatcher Addiction panel with Don of 929 Transport and Sue of Murphy Auto Transport. So what is all this talk about dispatcher addiction therapy? So what's going on? All right, so listen. All right, I used to be a dispatcher. So, okay. So I used to be a dispatcher, right? And I started Auto Transport Intel because being a dispatcher, it made me crazy. I mean, really crazy. Being expected to be a miracle worker every day and getting everything to happen the way, not only the way I want it, but the way the driver expects it to happen, Driver says, oh, how much money are we going to make this week? Well, I don't know yet. I mean, I can try and estimate. I can try and give you, I can try. I can do the best I can. But, man, you've seen the loads. No, I haven't seen them. That's your job. Oh, okay. All right. Well, if I send you an email, will you look at the loads? Well, are they booked? Well, no, but I'm just letting you know this is what we're looking at. All right, well, listen, I need to make $5,000 because I've got little Susie's dance concert. And then, basically we got to get into next year. I mean, we've got all kinds of, we got medical issues and I got to get a new truck and trailer. So I need you to do your job. Okay. Well, I thought my job was looking for loads. Well, it is, but I mean, come on. All right. So I'm looking for loads on the load board and I'm doing the best I can. But I mean, I can't guarantee anything. You guys know, if you look at the load boards, you know what it's like looking through the trash. Digging through the end of the assembly line at the end of the dumpster. Come on, These are the leftovers. Listen, and maybe you don't know this. And I'll tell you what, I didn't know for a long time. All right, well, here's what I didn't know. When I got signed up as a dispatcher, I thought I was just to look for loads and help a driver stay loaded. What I didn't know was lots of drivers expect you to just have it all figured out, have it mapped out, have everything booked, get, gold bars and champagne and high five, and I mean, all by the end of the day. Okay, well, listen, man, that'd be great, but when you're eating off the load boards, it's a lot of unpredictability, and you guys know that. So this show is about, if you think that your dispatcher is a miracle worker, this is the show for you. because you are addicted to the idea that your dispatcher can find gold bars every day, make everybody independently wealthy, and oh, by the way, the dispatcher costs as little as possible, right? You know who's making more money than the dispatcher? Literally everybody else. All right, the dealer's making more, the broker's making more, the shipper's making more, even the insurance company's making more. I mean, everybody's making more than the dispatcher, and yet you put this person or group in charge of your overall business strategy. I mean, it's mind-numbing, really. And that's what I did, and I learned the hard way. So that's what we're talking about tonight. So let's do this. Let's get into the live chat. And let me know, is the audio too loud? Is it good? I'm using the, mic check. I've got the Yeti, the blue Yeti blackout mic. And you guys saw I had the handheld when I was doing the videos at Matt's, but this is a different microphone, so I hope it's doing well. Ty Thompson, what's up, buddy? Says, my name is Ty, and I'm an addict. Yeah, exactly, dude. Bill is with us. Bill, Bad Apples, happy Tuesday, Car Hauler Peoples. What's up, Bill? Yeah, Wild Bill tuning in. What's up? Long time no talk. When am I coming to KC for my 3 new trucks? That'd be a good Ty question. I'm in charge of searching for gold bars. Quality Transport, here you are. I salute you, Jay. Well, thank you, Quality Transport. I appreciate it, and I salute you too. I really appreciate you tuning in. It means a lot. Yevgen Radinov says hello. Well, hello, Yevgen. Thanks for tuning in. Anytime Towing Vermont. Matt, good evening. I'm also a car and truck moving junkie. That's right. Thank you for having a pull up one of them metal chairs. Get you a donut and some black coffee, and we're in the circle. All right, we're all gonna sit in the circle here. You see this? You see this white brick wall? Yeah, you're hitting a brick wall right now. It's okay. Join the circle. Mark at Trucking Answers. Good to see you at Matt's. It was good to see you too, Mark. That was a lot of fun. We got to sit down, do a live interview, and see what that was like to sit together and do live interviews. That was fun. And I saw you had a lot of great footage, Mark. Good for you. On your channel's really growing, man. Proud of you, dude. It's awesome. Tim at LRT Transport says, what's up, Jay? Good to see your show again. Well, thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. The word seems to be getting out, and we're going to go into that here in a little bit. But that, man, I appreciate it. I'm seeing new faces, not new faces, but more faces all the time. It's amazing. Leyland Lucero, heck yeah, Tuesday nights with Jay. What's up? What's up, Leyland? Thanks for tuning in. I sure appreciate it. Give you one of those so you don't get a real one. You know what I'm saying? Paul from Max Premier says hello from Isle. What's up, Paul? How you doing? Good to hear from you, and thanks for keeping in touch. Trucker Daddy, a.k.a. John in Quebec. I have a possible car carrier job. I have barely a year's experience, over 2 years. How much should I expect mileage per hour? What questions should I ask? Trucker Daddy, you came to the right place. By the way, you guys know I'm over here looking in the live chat. You came to the right place, Trucker Daddy. If you need help, you need CTS Business Coaching. You need to talk to Ty. And right now, if you want to, you can go to ctsbusinesscoaching.com and you can sign up on a form on the website and join and get some information. And listen, you don't pay any money until Ty says, okay, you're going to start, I'm going to charge for this. Otherwise, he's just talking. He's a real person. He wants to help you. We're real. All right, we're really trying to be real. That's why, who else is going to put dispatcher addiction therapy as a title for a show? You are not going to find that everywhere because not everybody's going to talk like that. And by the way, I'm really thankful that people that are coming on tonight really work in the industry. One of them is still a dispatcher, and I think it's really says something about her character and her belief in she can help you. But if she has to, help you wake up a little bit to what's really going on, because I tell you what, have you seen the ads where, we promise this and we guarantee that, and we're going to chase down your invoices. We will knock on doors at night. We'll do all the faxing and the scanning and we'll do your invoices. We'll go to the bank. We'll feed your kids. Come on. Really? Because a dispatcher is to look for loads and get the information to your drivers. Not to build your business strategy and not to take care of your family. That's not what a dispatcher does. Okay? All right, so Trucker Daddy, yeah, ctsbusinesscoaching.com is what you need. Let's see here. Now, I heard my phone buzz, and I just got to check it to make sure I'm not missing something important. Okay, yeah. All right, Don, that's happening at 9 o'clock. So you got 50 minutes. So hang out, get a metal chair, grab a powdered donut, and sit down in the circle. I'm just kidding. All right, lovely discussion, Jay. Manual dispatching is old-fashioned now. With today's technology, we need to do better. Really, we truckify that approach. I'll tell you what. I was talking about automated route scouting today, because automated route scouting, I'm not trying to replace people, by the way. I want to let you know that I actually believe in people. I think human beings are helpful and nice to talk to. Yeah, I actually believe that. So I'm not saying we'll replace people, but technology was created to help people. You don't screw on your tire with your hand, you use a wrench, okay? Technology is to help, not to replace, but to help. All right, Tommy says, what's happening? Hey, what's up, Tommy? Saw your comments while I was at Matt's. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching and chiming in. All right, Matt says, great job at Matt's. Was sweet seeing a bunch of YouTubers I follow in one place. That's cool. And you know what? So I had a press pass, and that was really cool too. Got to see some of the press up close up, and didn't get to meet as much of the press as I was hoping. Everybody was running around and so busy, it was kind of crazy. Really does take a while to get your bearings at a trade show. That's why showing up year after year will be helpful. I definitely plan to go back to Matt's in 2020. It was an amazing experience. ATI, unless your dispatcher has an inside track on volume shipping, what do you need one for if they're just using the same load board you are? Okay, well, that actually is a pretty good question. Because if we're all looking at the same load board, why are we all looking at the same load board? And actually, we're going to get to that answer. Because is there more than a load board? Could there be more to life than just staring at a load board? Get out of town. Hey, what's up, Dave Williams? How you doing, man? Thanks for joining the show. I appreciate it. Chris from Bulldog Transport. Chris is in the house. What's up, Jay? All right, so we got folks tuning in. Let's see, how are we doing? Yeah, we're doing pretty good. The stream looks pretty good. I don't see any problems. I don't think we have any audio problems. Roadrunner 5 days is actually 20 days. Okay, you know what? I like how, man, you throw down some real information. All right? Right, because if it's 5 days, it's really 20 days. And if it's 20 days, it's really 60 days. And if it's 30 days, it means you never get paid. Well, hey, Jay, it's Marcus, exclusive luxury transport Las Vegas. Thanks for the live shows at Matt's. It was really informative. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Marcus, of exclusive luxury transport in Las Vegas. No, I really appreciate that. And listen, I like giving you guys a shout out. You're talking to me. I'm talking to you. We're talking to each other. If you've got a company, product, or service that you want to promote, do it. It's the live chat, and it's there. You know, make a deal. That's awesome. My daughter wrecked her car, and I had to miss. Oh, wow. That sucks, man. I hope she's okay. I hope she's okay. That, you know, car wrecks happen a lot. So I'm sorry you missed it. And thanks for letting us know what's going on. So you got to take care of family. Family first. Silverman says, greetings. Do you think there will ever be an Uber Cars app? Now, that's interesting. As you guys might know, that at Matt's, I interviewed Uber Freight. And we were talking about, you know, basically, and I think that's one of the big things, load matching, or however you want to call it. A load board app that helps a carrier meet with a shipper without it going through all the lead generators and the brokers and like a you know, what are those games where the ping pong balls got to go all over the place? Why is it like that? It's crazy. Why can't we just go shipper to carrier? There we go. There's car shipper. Kingdom Dispatching and Management. Thanks for having Mike the dispatcher to help me. I learned some great things from him. Be sure to say thanks. Awesome. And Mike might be here with us. Actually, I think he was busy tonight. Otherwise, I wanted to have him on the show. Yeah, he's great. I trained Mike. Mike's going on to help others. That's the way it works. And I'm also, I'm trying to do that now with dispatcher addiction therapy, is that I've moved beyond just dispatcher training. By the way, I want to say this. Just because I put dispatcher training videos out there doesn't mean I'm telling anybody to be a dispatcher. Okay? Same thing with the car haulers. Just because we give new car hauling business advice doesn't mean we're telling you to be a car hauler. You know, there is a difference. And we are trying to keep it real. What I'm saying is, if you are going to be a dispatcher, here's information how to do it right. And CTS is saying, if you are going to be a car hauler, here's information about how to do it right. All right? And that's why we're here. That's why we want you to get your metal chair, join the circle, admit you have dispatcher addiction, and get some black coffee, and let's get this thing rolling. It really is. I think it's going to be another great show. Let's see. Ant says, I'm parked at Walmart. Oh, and by the way, Car Shipper, man, I'm telling you, that was an amazing interview a few weeks ago. We still talk about it. Car Shipper, man, I can't wait to see you in full swing. And, yeah, we got some cool things going to happen. Of course, I can't promote you yet, but that's about 90 days away. All right, so Ant's Transportation. I am parked at Walmart parking lot and hoping for a good show. I'm all yours, Jay. Hit it. All right, cool. Listen, by the way, make sure that because I know you're parked at Walmart because you said so. Make sure that you're okay. Don't wake up with a big old boot. You know what I mean? $500. I know way better ways to spend $500. Jay Wilson says, hello, guys. So, hey, Jay Wilson, welcome to the show. I still need carriers, so if anyone needs a hardworking, dedicated dispatcher who is trying to feed his family, give me a call. And that's cool. And there's a phone number. And you know what? I do say this, too, is that this industry does need dispatchers, carriers, dispatchers, brokers, shippers. I'm not saying we're going to replace all brokers. I'm not saying we're going to replace all dispatchers. You know, call it whatever you want. If you are helping the process, like truly helping and not just taking a cut, but if you are helping the process of a shipper understand the process, get the load with a carrier, and then get it picked up and delivered safely and on time for a good price, and everybody wins, well, then I don't care what you call yourself. You could be a dishwasher and still pull that off. All right, so let's see. We did the welcome. Oh, it's time for industry news. Let's do some industry news. And oh, by the way, since we're here, here's the graphic: dispatcher addiction therapy. Okay, all right, it's official. That is the official thumbnail of the show. Let's see here now. What do we got going on with industry news? I got 99 lights, but a blinker ain't one. Chicken lights. All right, there we go. Okay, I want an honest opinion. Should I start a hotshot business at this time? And is it worth it? I saw this on Facebook, and you know, I feel like I see it all the time. I mean, do you guys see this a lot? And it's tough, man. Especially when you ask it in a Facebook group. You ask this in the wrong Facebook group, and it is a drama dog pile-on. All right? You are going to get hammered. But I understand the question. I really do. But you know what? I don't always post in the reply, you need ctsbusinesscoaching.com, but you need ctsbusinesscoaching.com. Now, if you're looking to haul general freight, I will say this. When I was at Matt's, I was with Shaggy's Consulting and Training Group. And if you are going to haul freight and you want to learn more about it, just like, you know, free information up front, you can check out Shaggy's Consulting and Training on Facebook. Shaggy's just like, you know, Scooby-Doo. Shaggy's Consulting and Training. But if you're looking to haul cars, I think you need CTS Business Coaching, and we're going to talk more about that. Your kid rides a skateboard. That's cute. That is pretty impressive, as a matter of fact. That is I mean, you could take that sucker to Matt's. I'm pretty sure. Oh, what do we got here? Donnie said check your text. Oh, I did. But let me check it again. Let's see. Yeah, Don. So, Michelle, you can tell Don he's got about 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Car shipper. Are you making an app or similar? Easy load, easy pay? Oh, you got to check out. What is it? Is it carshipper.com? I think it is. KARSHYPR.com. All right. It's not promotion. I'm just talking about it. Okay, next. All right, warning. As a courtesy for all semi-drivers, we are posting the sign. We have been directed to impound all semi-trucks on Walmart or show stack properties. This has been ordered by the Livonia Police Motor Carrier. Order in the court. Okay, that's all right. That's my repo hammer, and I think I just called an session order. So listen, be careful. I think it's really cool that a towing company, it's crazy when a towing company's trying to help you, and I'm just saying. I mean, when's the last time? That's pretty cool. All right, that's pretty cool. Is that on a soccer field? Maybe they could make this goal is sponsored by Livonia Towing. Shoot a basket for a trucker. Ocean Roads Transport, I work harder than a ugly stripper. Okay? Hey, man, that is the new shirt. Ask Sean about it. What else we got here? Oh, I saw somebody had posted this, what? Make a meme? Who's that? Was that Ty? I think that was Ty. Okay, mine would say, I already dodge the scales. So, I think that's what it would say. Okay, here's a U-Haul. This is probably... It's probably a U-ship load. Now that's fun. I mean, that's a riot. JC Smith's project. My kid drives a 2018 Kenworth. Man, it was so good seeing you at the show, JC Smith. Man, that was so much fun. If you guys haven't seen the video where I'm live at Matt's with JC Smith Projects, I thought that was awesome, man. Thanks. That was so cool. That made my day. Because I was lost. I'm looking for the East Hall. I'm late for an interview. I was frustrated, man. And JC is like, man, I think I hear Jay. And we had an interview. It was awesome. Hot shotting is difficult to find loads for, but possible. Yeah, anything's possible. It's just that it's the expectations. It's the expectations of the shipper and the expectations of the carrier and the garbage on the low board. And pretty much you got a smorgasbord right there. So that is a, I'm not sure what that is. Would that be a drive-away? Okay, that is, okay. It's not how you do it, man. It's interesting. I guess that, that would be a hot shot combo. I think that's a hot shot combo. And then this is, what? Really? Like, why would you even try that? Are you serious, man? Are you serious? That is crazy. So, oh, and you know what? You can see the forklift over here. So I'm guessing that somebody is new at the forklift. Which, I mean, man, believe me, I wouldn't want to be a forklift driver either. I'd rather be a dispatcher than a forklift driver. Shoot. Oh, okay, so here, check this out. We're going to talk about this tonight. This is U.S. Secretary of Transportation with the FMCSA, Elaine Chao, all right, speaking this past Friday, at the Mid-America Truck Show at 1 o'clock. Well, she didn't speak at 1 o'clock because she was like 20 minutes late. That's okay. Easy peasy. But anyways, when she did finally talk, I'm here. I am, I don't even know if you can see any part of my head, but I'm over there. I'm listening. And I got to witness the lights go off and the alarm go off. It was pretty weird. But here's what's cool. Check this out, family. I'm going to be... Alright, so this was an email sent out by AHA. I am actually going to be speaking. Alright? I'm going to be live again at the AHA Spring Meeting in May in Atlanta. May 6th through 8th. On Tuesday the 7th at about 3:30 p.m. Auto Transport Intel is going to be leading a breakout session with Ty of CTS and Derek of Car Delivery Network and Sun Country Trailers. And I'm going to be explaining how the purpose here is not to, I'm not trying to just make fun of dispatcher addiction, but we're trying to It's time. It's really time. It's past time. It's past time for the car hauling industry to get into the next generation, to the 21st century. And I'm not talking about just technology. I'm talking about business strategy. How is it? How can it be that so many people believe that you just need a dispatcher to perform miracles, a truck and a trailer, and everything else will take care of itself? No, man. You got to research. You need to know what you're getting into. And where do you go to do that? Where are you going to get all this information? You're going to get it on Auto Transport Intel. That's why I created this channel. I mean, there are some groups, absolutely. There's associations, absolutely. There are other resources other than Auto Transport Intel. You do have more than one TV channel. You have more than one radio station. But I want to help be one of those stations that you rely on to get information, share information, and build a better business in the auto transport industry. That's what we're going to be talking about. I talked about it all day long at Matt's, and now I know for sure that I can do this, and it's time to take this to AHA, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think they are as well. So let's do this. How about this CTS Business Coaching question of the day? Now, before I do that, I need to, let's see here. I need to change up my camera. Oh. There we go. Okay. I forgot to, you know what? I try to think of everything, but I forgot to do that. Okay. So there's me. So I've already changed the camera, so I'm ready for the video Zoom meeting that we're about to get into. But before I do, here's the question of the day. You guys ready? Which load board will make you the richest the fastest? Which load board will make you the richest the fastest? All right. So there's your question of the day. Oh, you like money, do you? Well, then you're in the right business. Let's see here. All right, let me go back and read. It was great talking to you. That was awesome. Hall&A Transport says, hey, I love to watch. This is the first time to catch you live. Well, thank you, Hall&A Transport. Thanks for joining, saying hello, and I hope that the show benefits you. Really, because if there's no benefit, you know, what are we doing, right? Copart load gone wrong. Yeah, amen. Wally D'Souza says, is Florida the only state that posts a load for a price, and when you call, they offer you less than what they posted for? Let me tell you something, Wally. That makes me crazy, all right? There's actually a couple brokers that do this on a regular basis, and I'm not going to name names. This is a family show, and I don't need to get all torn up mentally, but let me tell you, when I've tried to book a car, I mean, listen, everything's fine. I saw it. You posted it. We're running an honest business. I'm assuming you want to do that too. And when I go, we talk about it, pick up, delivery, that and this, and we're done, we're ready. And then you say, will you do it for $50 less? I want to hit you in the face. Are you kidding me? Do you walk into a store and you know, you got your Bud Light up at the counter and they're ringing it up, and then you go, you know what? I'll buy it if you give me 7. Come on, it's a 6-pack. No, dude, we don't haggle. That's not how this works. Don't be doing that. Do not be telling me, oh, yeah, you know what? I got somebody else that said they'll do it for $50 less. Stop it. That should be illegal. You should be ashamed of yourself. Okay. See what I'm saying? That feel good? That felt good. Hey, car shipper, yes, easy loads, easy pay, and more. We haven't started allowing new carriers on just yet, but check out carshipper.com. Follow us on Instagram for updates. All right, there you go. There you heard it. Matt at Anytime Towing at Mark Trucking Answers. You got me with the paper log thing. I'll tell you what, if you got trucking questions, you ought to check out Trucking Answers with Mark. Mark at Trucking Answers. Go to his YouTube channel. He's live every Monday on YouTube. And you'll also see Facebook posts too, but a lot of it's on YouTube. He's doing great. He's got a lot of answers. And this is for general freight or your truck in general. It's a great show. Like I said, there's many stations. And we, you know, if we're all being professional, we can all participate, you know, and we can help each other. Her ELD made her stop for a break. Yeah, ELD. Don't get me started. Okay, we have already started some correspondence. Thanks for being quicker than I about returning messages. Oh, that's awesome. Joshua Groland says, hi, Mark. Paul says, I like money. Central Dispatch. Yeah, Central Dispatch is the load board that will make you the richest, the fastest. Is that true? Is that true? The one you stay off of and get your contract loads. There you go. Posted for 1,000. They offered me 600. I believe it. I actually believe that. That's shameful. I compare Central Dispatch and Auto Transport to AAA rates and towing. Right. Well, wouldn't that be nice? Wait until the day. You know how, like, Best Buy got tired of people coming in the store, test driving a product, and then they'd go buy it on Amazon. Wait until people are just using Central Dispatch as some kind of a gauge and doing business elsewhere. It's going to happen. That is going to happen. I want to be there when it does. I want to have that person live on the show. We can champagne all over the place. Central Dispatch is paying my bills, fuel, and maintenance. The rest is history. All right. And listen, I'm not going to say, again, looking at load boards has its place. But what you really want is a good paying customer, a good paying regular customer. That's what we all really need. Whether or not we can get that is another story. Okay, so it is now, oh, it's 8:32. Awesome. All right, so here's what's going to happen. By the way, new announcement. Sun Country Trailers is my channel sponsor for the month of April. That's right. Sun Country Trailers is the channel sponsor of Auto Transport Intel for the whole month of April. So check this out, and I'll be right back after this message.
When it comes to creating quality car haulers, precise engineering and expert manufacturing is key. Since 1986, Sun Country Trailers has specialized in manufacturing industrial-strength commercial haulers to fit every need. Each Sun Country Trailer car hauler is built with hand-cut steel and precision-cut parts for consistency and craftsmanship you can rely on. Once built, each hauler is sandblasted and given a rich powder coat finish, after which the hydraulics and wiring are expertly installed. Before leaving our manufacturing facility, each car hauler undergoes a stringent inspection, using a checklist and build sheet to ensure premier quality results. Need something unique? Choose among our wide range of upgrade options for a versatile car hauler that meets your precise needs. Our experienced service department is able to help you with any repairs, maintenance, and replacement parts your Sun Country trailer may need. And because we stand by our industry-leading quality, each Sun Country trailer is backed by a 1-year warranty on both the structure and all non-wearable parts. Learn more online at suncountrytrailers.com or call us today at 866-887-2453.
All right, thank you, Sun Country, so much. Really appreciate it. And Sun Country is going to be on the show next week. Next Tuesday night, April 9th, is the Sun Country Trailers show. All right, so we're going to have an interview with Sun Country Trailers. We're going to have them in the panel, and we're going to be all talking about, okay, so you got 30 minutes. We're going to be all talking about Sun Country Trailers. It's going to be awesome. So, again, let me know if the audio and the video's okay. And here we go. Welcome to the show, Ty. Can you see me? Can you hear me? All right, and I can see you. And I can hear the show too. So that's cool. So while we're getting situated there, okay, so I just telling everybody, Ty, that this is the Sun Country Trailers channel sponsorship month. Isn't that exciting? It really is.
Last week or the week before talk.
Okay. I had your audio off. You were saying, please.
Jay!
Oh!
It's a family show, Jay.
It's a family show. Oh my God. We don't do that here. We don't do that. But you know what? Nobody caught it before I did. How about that?
What's wrong with the audience tonight?
Oh no, but it was a short deal. So you were saying about the excitement of Sun Country Trailers, please.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited for Sun Country. I've had a couple of them over the years. They're amazing trailer, and their resale value is incredible. I mean, sure, they might be a little more upfront, but dude, you look at what you get and what it does.
Mm.
And then when you're done with it, if you don't keep it in your fleet, you turn around and sell it and it's still worth something. So anyway, I'm really excited about it. And I'm really excited that they are a channel sponsor with ATI. That's just awesome.
You know what's really cool too is that even though I was a dispatcher, sitting at a desk, losing my mind, I actually know how great Sun Country is because we're going to have Don on in about a half hour. When I was booking for Don, he got a Sun Country, and man, he would load the snot out of that thing. I could book almost anything I wanted. In fact, I mean, he was like, load it up. I'm like, now that is awesome. Because when you are a dispatcher, and again, I'm not telling you to go be a dispatcher, but if you are a dispatcher, one of the things you hate is when your driver, you see the gold bar. You actually see a gold bar. Oh, we can't get it. We can't fit it. We can't fit the gold bar? You mean we finally found something good and we can't have it? Oh my gosh.
It's because you need a Sun Country. That's why.
Somebody call Sun Country. That's right.
Somebody call Sun Country, and I'll show you what we can put on that sucker.
Get that next gen anniversary 5 car with that with the low pro. Oh my God, forget about it. Yeah. So
they are amazing trailers, and they have a great niche too. That's another thing. I mean, as a starter up guy, wanting to get into the business, it's the number one trailer I recommend for sure. And I understand, but man, I'll tell you, you will not go wrong. I'll put my money on that one. You cannot go wrong with a Sun Country.
If you're selling your Sun Country, it's either because you're going to a bigger trailer or you're getting out of the business.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And in the way that I did it with I always kept it around because you always got 2 or 3
that's the thing.
You got that one dealer that only buys monster trucks, and it's just not worth it screwing with the big Stinger and taking up all that load. So I just send the Sun Country after it.
And I'll tell you, that's the thing I know from Don too, is that because Don did sell his, but I mean, he hung on to it. And if you're a car hauler, you want to have, just like you have more than one tool in your toolbox, you want to have those other trailers standing by, especially if you've got a yard and a place to put it. Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so here we are, and we didn't even plan to talk about Sun Country, but we are. I'm really excited. And by the way, since I talked about Sun Country and AHA, how excited are you to be going to AHA in May? Dude. I mean, me and you, dude. Me and you, we just spent 5 days together, right? In Louisville.
See you. I saw you twice, man. Come on.
It went so fast.
It did.
Oh my gosh.
It was crazy.
It was. And now we get to do it. I'm kind of excited. Like now that Matt's is behind us, and you get sentimental, you're like, oh, it's already gone. Well, we got AHA coming up.
I think AHA is going to be a better deal for us.
Oh my gosh. AHA's going to be. I think some people are going to be like, oh, okay, what is going on with these guys?
Who are these whack jobs?
Right.
Why are they talking about the truth all the time?
Exactly.
Damn.
They got everybody rounded up on the dang truth.
Yeah. So I think AHA is going to be really good. Did you tell everybody what's going to happen at AHA?
I mean, I just kind of, I lit the firework, but we haven't watched it explode yet.
Go ahead, man.
I mean, well, I mean, I don't. What do you think's going to happen there?
I know what's going to happen. We're going to sit down and do a breakout session with a couple people, and one of them just happens to be Sun Country.
Again, more Sun Country. So I told them, in fact, I'm on the phone with Sun Country. What? We talk at least once a week now. But that started a month ago. In fact, you know what? Here's a head spinning moment. Okay. I've been talking about Matt's for months. I just started talking about AHA. And we met OOIDA less than a month ago. And we're already, I don't know the size of the organization, but I've got like half a dozen friends at OIDA now.
Yeah.
In fact,
And I mean, we're walking around this big monster truck show, and here comes Louie and Mike. Hey, hey.
I've got, how about this one? That is an FMCSA contact. Remember that lady?
Shantanga?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shishanga? I mean,
yeah.
it's crazy what's going on. Oh, this is crazy.
Did you tell them about what we got to see?
So,
I've been on the phone, by the way. The reason I'm acting like I don't know what's going on is because you told somebody to call me. And they did.
I believe, I believe, well, you're the one giving out your phone number. I'll tell you what. Do you want to watch this? Here, watch this.
Yeah, let me see it.
Let's do, okay, I'm going to share, because you brought that up, and I want to share
Why don't you go
this.
ahead and prep the audience for what they're getting ready to see?
All right, so here's what we're going to watch. Oh, man, here we go. You know what? I love that. We're staring at the, by the way, got a surprise later.
I know.
I know. Oh, man, this is crazy. Okay, so later in the show, you're going to want to stick around. This is no joke, because we're going to do, we have a musical surprise in about an hour. We're going to do it.
Are you lead vocal?
I'm lead vocal. I got drums, guitar, and lead vocal.
Okay, as long as I'm backup.
Yeah, you're backup. I got it, man. I'm taking center stage. I already did the Booth 63201 song, and I got my chops are back, so I'm ready to go.
And you got the rock star hair.
Oh, see, there you go. It's all about the hair.
It's all about
the hair. So check this out. Without further ado, I'm going to show a video. This is Elaine Chow. After the 20 minutes we waited, after the lights went off and came back on, when the PA system and the alarm started going off, I had to roll camera. I was like, what is going on?
We have good people here. They'll take care of all of us.
Hey, Jay, no volume.
I can't believe how many times I have been here. This is the first
Really? Let's do this. Here we go.
We have good people here. They'll take care of all of us.
All right, hang on. Yeah, here we go.
I can't believe how many times I have been here. This is the first time I've ever seen this happen. With the lights up with the AP. I mean,
Hang on 1 second.
But we live in a democracy, and so we have lots of people who want.
Okay, all right. She says, like, we live in a democracy, and we have lots of people. And, I mean, it was just, you know what? You know what really made, oh, here we go. Let me turn you back on. You know what really made me crazy? And here's the thing is that, she said, you know, I've been watching. What I like to do when there's a news event is I like to read the tea leaves of the news and the people and try to take that in before I finally decide on my point of view. Sitting there, we felt like this is useless and a waste of time. And she's saying nothing. But you know what? After watching some other videos, like Trucker Nation. I don't know if you know who Trucker Nation is. Trucker Nation is an organization that represents drivers' best interests to the government or to anybody. We also know there's Black Smoke Matters, and they're going to do a slow roll on April 12th. But Trucker Nation says that actually, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna play this video again. The thing is that, and I hope everybody can hear it. I think they can. I'm going to try this again. What she says is, she's actually being informative, but we don't know what she's talking about.
We have good people here. They'll take care of all of us.
No audio, bro.
No, I got audio. You can't hear
I
it.
can't believe how many times I have been here. This is the first time I've ever seen this.
Okay, she's about to say that the advanced rule-making process has happened. Check this out. Now, Ty may not be able to hear this, but she is saying this.
With the lights up with
Okay, hold on.
the AP. I mean, I've never seen this happen. But we live in a democracy.
She says,
and so we have lots of people who want to, opine and weigh in on issues like this. And the notice of proposed rulemaking is the process by which...
She says the notice of proposed rulemaking is the process by which...
form a national consensus. So sometimes when you just have the advance notice...
And sometimes the advanced notice of proposed rulemaking doesn't even make it to the proposed rulemaking process. Here's the problem. It's this government gobbledygook that we as people can't fully, we can't grasp it or stand it. And she is walking us through these government motions that to her mean a lot.
Because it's her freaking money, man. Come on.
Well, and here's the problem. That's the thing. When she came on stage and said, spend your money in Louisville and all this other stuff, and she's saying, we believe in safety. Okay, well, you know what? When you say all those other things, it'd be like if she came up and said, everything is easy peasy, and we got the advanced proposed rule. It's just, we can't.
We've got new technology that'll make all your problems go away if you just sign up with Central Dispatch.
I think that's why it's helpful to be an interpretive media source and speak the language of the industry, because I don't think she speaks, I don't know what language that is. Advanced proposed rulemaking. It's like when you watch C-SPAN and they hit the gavel and they say order in the second session. Okay, I got a third session order and a fourth order. We don't know what they're talking about. I just know somebody wants to talk. I don't know about the order and the seconds and the minutes. All right. So speaking of speaking language, right? What is going on with everybody? Let me back up here. Let me get out of that black and white language. What's going on with so many people thinking that a dispatcher that performs miracles and finds gold bars is the way to grow an auto transport business?
Who are you talking to?
I know. I know, right? nothing like preaching to the choir.
What?
So here we are. All right, so let's take them back, Ty. We're in the car. We're driving back from Matt's. And even before that, we were talking. But we're talking, and you I think you were ready to stop the car and just make everybody get out.
Yeah. And I think we were talking about the phone call I got. Do you remember that phone call?
Oh, it was the phone call. Okay.
The phone call. Yeah,
all right.
The phone call, which, by the way, okay, I got thinking about this, Jay. Here's we need to preface this.
Okay.
What this conversation is about tonight isn't for a guy who knows what he wants to do. Okay. So for example, I'm going to give you an example. I get a call from a guy today. Hey, I'm going to get into freight hauling. I want to do freight and maybe some cars. I got a flatbed. What do you think? So I don't ask him, what he knows about hauling cars. Are you married? Do you have kids? Where have you worked? What do you know? Oh, okay. So he's got he meets the criteria. He knows how to haul stuff. Good. Keep talking a little bit more. I don't want to be beholden to the customer. Okay. Typically, I would fall off the edge, right? But he made it very clear where he is in life and where he wants to be in life. He's thought this out, guys. So everything from here forward that Jay and I are getting ready to talk about is all we're saying is let's think about this. I know I'll get worked up, I always do, but really, in context of dispatcher, I get 2 phone calls a day, Jay, minimum. Hey, I just spent $100,000 on a truck and trailer. I found you on the internet. Can you help me find cars? What? Okay, so maybe Ty's full of crap. No, Ty's not full of crap.
I know you're not, because I get the emails.
You get the email, I get the phone call. It's non-stop.
And rather than do an Elaine Chow and just say something and keep going, we're gonna interpret what we're talking about. That's fine. If you got $100,000 to get a truck, great. And if you got the trailer and you got the money, great. You got the insurance and everything's lined up, awesome. That, we get it. But are you telling us that you haven't worked on business strategy yet? You got all the assets and inventory, and now you're ready to stand at the counter of a brand new, beautiful restaurant, and you're going to look at the dishwasher and say, all right, give me some customers.
Yeah.
What? I can't.
Well, like you were saying a minute ago, okay, yeah, and I really, really appreciate you saying, look, I'm not out here saying become a dispatcher.
I'm not.
Because I do think that there is some connection with you, obviously because of your videos.
Yeah.
That you are a dispatcher.
Well, and I did that. Look, it's on my hat. I mean, listen, it's part of my legacy, We don't always choose. Oh, man, about to get biblical. We don't choose. We are chosen.
Yeah, there you go.
I did not choose to be a dispatcher. I was chosen, man.
Right. And so, okay, so here's the thing. So in all sincerity, we're not trying to be smart mouths. I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say, I do not know it all.
I don't either. Me neither. Amen. I don't.
But the reason that I'm so passionate about this, Jay, is because it's a reoccurring phone call. It's not the same person that calls me every day. And again, I'm not trying to be a jerk.
Totally.
I want to help you. Please do call me. But don't call and just ask, I need a dispatcher. And I don't know what that means.
And
I really don't.
And here's what's I think I know more of what it means than you do, but we've given up. And I think that's part of the problem. We've given up on people that say, I need a dispatcher. And we say, okay, do you want to talk business strategy? It sounds to me like maybe you want to talk business strategy. No, I said dispatcher. All right, fine. I get you dispatcher. Okay, man.
Okay, so let's try to break this down because this is the interview, and it really is. I'm passionate about it. You're passionate about it. We really do, guys.
And it feels weird to be saying this. I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot, but I don't think so, man.
It's like, listen. Here's what I learned over the weekend. You want to know what's really cool?
Yeah.
We've got a huge problem. This central dispatch thing is a mess. And it's definitely not helping people that call and say, can I have a dispatcher, please? Right?
I should have grabbed I should get like a car hauler supply strap. Give me that central dispatch. Give me that. Oh, man. Put down the central dispatch, grab a metal chair and a donut, and come and join the circle.
Step one, admit you have a problem. You have a problem. If you're calling me and you're calling Jay and you're asking for a dispatcher, admit you have a problem.
Oh, man.
But anyway, I think we have allowed this to happen to our own industry. Yeah.
Silver Mint says the dispatcher is the marketer. I want to say something. My understanding is Silver Mint works in brokering, and in brokering, the dispatcher in the brokerage might be a marketer. And in the carrier side, the dispatcher assists with maintaining contacts, being professional. But what we're talking about, Silver Mint, is if an owner sits on the boat and says, how we doing? That is crazy. That's crazy, man. It's the owner that needs to be on the phone. How many cars you got? All right, I'll be right there. It is not. Scroll. Oh, God. A $125 Copart. Okay, I guess that's what we're going to do.
Can you do that again? That was impressive. One more time, because I really thought you were looking at it.
Right?
That's awesome.
Dude, I used to do that all day long. Oh, my God. I'd do anything for a Volvo. Come on, Volvo.
Volvo. Ford Fiesta.
Oh, anything but a Suburban. Ah, Suburban.
Oh, I saw it. It was there 2 seconds ago. Now it's gone.
Dude, oh my God. How many times? Oh, I don't know. I love that. I don't know how many times I'm on the phone with the driver. So it got to the point where I'm doing I got the driver here and I got central dispatch here, because I literally, if I make the decision, I screwed it up, I got to cancel. All right, got the driver. Okay, man, I'm looking at a pickup and a minivan. I think we should take it. And the driver's like, cool. All right, cool. So when we get there, what are we going to do? And then maybe we can go on to Chattanooga, and then I'll drop down to Florida, go see my sister. Okay, wait. We haven't booked it yet. Okay, and then after my sister, then I'm going to buy this and buy that. Okay, no, it's already gone. That's insane.
Poof.
What?
Yeah.
But what about my sister?
Yeah. So here's some interesting things. Let's break this down. Okay, you say in the broker world, the dispatcher is the marketer. I've never heard that. Interesting.
I haven't either. But I'm willing to try to understand.
Yeah.
Who says you? Silverman says, "Who says you can't call from the boat?" So Silverman's got a sense of humor. I like that. All right.
Well, yeah, he's got a point.
Yeah.
We can do that after about 5 years of working our butt off.
Yeah.
Then we can go to the boat.
Right.
So anyway, we're looking at this, we're talking about it. We're driving in the car, and Jay's driving, and Jay's an awesome driver, gang. Very safe.
Oh. We never got one of those.
We did not. Well, we didn't even have to worry about that. That was not even a thought of mine.
I'm sure you're like, there's a reason he's not a car hauler.
There's a reason.
Right.
Good boy. I'm not sure I'd want to be in a semi with him.
Oh, man. It's funny, dude. Oh, I'm safe.
Yeah, you are safe. Jay's safe, everybody.
All right.
That's probably why Ty didn't get to drive.
Dispatcher addiction. Why are we talking about it? I know you get worked up. Help me out.
Yeah, well, I'm trying not to get worked up because it
know.
really is. It's kind of immature mostly, and I'm trying to be more mature, Jay.
Okay, and I'll tell you what. Yeah, we'll leave out a couple of the adjectives, but chase the dragon, man. Do it. Yeah. Why?
Okay,
well, yeah.
Here's where we're at. We get a call, and we're here. Why are we here, Jay?
Because we want to help.
We're helping.
Yeah,
right?
we are helping.
Really do think we are helping. So
yeah, I think so.
We get calls. I want a dispatcher. So here's where I get worked up. I ask a couple questions. Well, what are you doing? Well, I've worked for so-and-so for 15 years. Man, I just hate them. I hate working for the man. I'm done. I'm starting my own thing, man. I already got my truck and my trailer. All right. Got a salute.
Oh, I give it out to the live chat when I see live because we're talking. So
okay.
It's like a six gun, you know. Okay. Okay, so
I get pretty worked up because somebody's telling me that they don't like working for the man, want to start their own business. And this is where I have to start breaking down. Now, keep in mind, I'm not talking about the guy that knows what he wants to do. I'm not talking about the Dave Williams of the world. I'm talking about 30-year-old guy, 35-year-old guy, gets a truck, gets a trailer, calls and says, where do I get cars? Are you a dispatcher? Can you help me? Are you a broker or dispatcher?
By the way, yes, I want to say, here's an asterisk. We are not saying that if you've got a method and it's working, you don't need to change your method.
No. Good point. Because here's the thing. We got our friend Ron up in New Jersey, New York. Ron, I call him Lollapalooza, but I think it's Ron something else.
Lorenzana.
I love Ron.
Yeah, man.
He's amazing.
He is amazing.
Ron has figured it out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know there's one I know. I know another one in Missouri. It's working for him. But if you get him to start talking and be honest, he hates load boards.
Oh God. I mean, what's
hates them and would prefer his own customer. And he's say 40-year-old guy with 3 trucks and he's running off load boards for 3 years. So yeah, you're right. I appreciate the asterisk. Here's the thing, guys. If you got something and it's working, more power to you.
Yeah, man.
How about it? And then we met Mario. Mario and Darius. They came all the way from Michigan to Louisville to meet us and to hang out with us and to pick our brains and talk to us. And we spent an incredible amount of time together. And I learned a ton off Mario. I mean, the dude is a genius. I mean, very smart guy using load boards. But here's where I got a problem. You know what his problem is with the load boards? The brokers are sticking it to him. The brokers are taking too big a cut.
It's because they can.
Okay,
I'm saying what I'm saying. And here's the problem. You know what sucks? Every time we try to talk about what's fair and what's equitable, I get read the riot act that this is America. We have the freedom to screw people over. Capitalism comes with hurt, all that stuff. So then I say, okay, great. Yeah. Capitalism, freedom. And people say, but what about fairness? Well, I can't win this argument. All right, so I'm not going to try.
And I'll tell you how you win it right here. What's stopping you from being the broker?
But what? I just pulled a Kenan Thompson. Well, that's the thing. Hey, man, I think that's why A Broker is Born. That's where that movie comes from, right?
I mean, what's stopping you from getting your own clients? What's stopping you from having your own lane? What's stopping you from having your own business that you want? This is your dream, and you're going to turn it over to somebody you don't know. You've never met them. You don't know. All you know is that they're a dispatcher. It says dispatcher on the door. That's all you know.
Yeah, but I just was told that all I need is a dispatcher.
Yeah. Oh, right, Jay. It's let me see. This is the one where I met a guy at the fuel island flashing $100 bills.
Yeah, dumping $100 bills into the seat. That's right. Yeah. I met him, and he said all you need is central dispatch and a dispatcher. And yeah, buddy. Woo! Now, if we could just find that
a cool truck all day too.
Now, if we could just find that unicorn dispatcher, I think Unicorn Dispatch would be a brilliant name for a company.
Right. So I called a guy today that is a friend of the show, and I talked to him. Just, hey man, be honest. You're a dispatcher, right? Yep. How many trucks are you dispatching? 7. Ooh. How's it going for you? I hate it. Mm-hmm. Oh, you do? 7. Why? Well, I'm chained to my desk. I've talked to you for 3 minutes. I've had 4 phones ringing, 6 emails, and 17 faxes. What do you want? I got to go. Oh, yeah. Well, are you making any money? No. How's your social life? I have none. Do you have a cat? No. Why? I can't feed it. Because I'm on central dispatch like this.
Totally.
All day long.
And do you know what? That description, literally, that's where I was when I created Auto Transport Intel. Fine, I'll jump off the cliff. Anything's better than this.
Okay, so this is where the rub really starts getting worse, okay? Because of you and I, because of who you are, because of your show, we're having tech people call us all the time, right?
Oh man, everybody. I mean, yeah, not everybody yet, but we can tell.
We're talking to a lot of tech people. I mean, not your Joe Schmo, here's my whacking the crack bang hang app. I mean, we're talking to some really big people.
Well,
right?
That's because a blog post every couple months isn't necessarily information.
Well, and I understand that. That's probably why we don't do that. But I mean, the reality of it is,
you got to keep in touch. You got to talk.
So now, okay, we've already got a problem because we've got a guy who starts a business and doesn't know where he's going to get his cars. Go ahead.
No, I was reading the live chat. I'm listening to you.
No, I want you to keep reading. There's probably something good there.
Well, DP Dispatch, he says, what I do most of the time, I get to know what the driver has in mind, an idea what he's looking for, knowing that I don't have to call every time. But basically, I got to tell you, I like that dispatchers are here tonight because I don't want to say dispatching is pointless. I'm not saying that. I'm saying building a business strategy on the shoulders of a dispatcher is pointless.
Yeah, but it gets worse because we figured some stuff out. So let's just follow logic. And keep in mind, everybody that's a dispatcher out there, I'm not ranting on you.
Right.
At all.
Right. It's
You
hard.
are critical.
Yeah.
And we have to have you. Dispatch is critical. Hear that one more time. Dispatch is critical to this industry. You have to have dispatch. So I am not ranting on dispatch. I'm ranting on the guy that has no idea what he's doing, and he just spent $100,000 or $200,000, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I've worked for that. I've worked for that guy. I got my truck.
So
I got my trailer. Got my authority. Find gold bars.
My new friend Mario
Yes.
up in Michigan, in Louisville, and we're talking about some amazing things. Like, for example, here's a good one. A dispatch can't find a load. A dispatcher can't, it's not working out. A broker knows where the load's at and can get the load, but can't give it to the dispatcher, right? You can, but I've heard you talk about it, Jay. What happens? Everybody goes crazy. They want to know, who are you, the carrier or the dispatcher or broker?
Oh my goodness. I literally several times I felt like I was under like FBI heat lamps. What do you do? What do you mean? Who do you work for? So and so auto transport. You said you're a dispatcher. Yep. I'm calling on behalf of the carrier. You gonna double broker this? What?
Right.
Do you have a car to move or not? I gotta go, bro. You're not gonna ask me for $50 less, are you? That's what I'll tell you what. If I get first nasty question I get, let's get nasty. Oh yeah. Do you actually have this car? Do you know if it's a run and drive? Are you really paying cash? Oh, okay. That'd be a no, and a no. Bye.
Click. Yeah. So here's where we're at. We got a carrier, guy who can't get his own loads. Why can't he get his own loads? Because he needs a dispatcher.
Hey, and DP Dispatch says you can't run a company alone. And we are saying, right, you can't run a company alone. But does the CEO put the secretary in charge of keeping the shareholders happy? No. That'd be crazy.
Right. The term that I've used over this last weekend was, I think the dispatcher should be grown within the organization organically.
And it's a really interesting point, because even an independent dispatcher will tell you that having a carrier that has multiple trucks is way better than 3 individual carriers with 3 individual trucks.
Yeah. So if you want to own your own business, do you want to be a 1-ton and a 3-car the rest of your life, or do you want to build your business?
And so maybe what would be helpful is if you are advancing and growing with trucks. I mean, I don't know how you parse that information. And that's the thing is, I feel like, here's what I think. I think by having this conversation and rounding up the metal chairs and just saying, okay, guys, we got some craziness going on here. Maybe by opening that up, we're going to discover new ways of things that we hadn't even thought of yet. And I'm not saying we're not here to reinvent this industry, but nobody's saying this.
Right. So here's the thing, though, back to Central. So this technology is supposed to help everything, right? Because the guy that owns the 1-ton and is trying to run his whole business all by himself, hey, let's make a load board. That'll help connect the shipper. Okay, everybody remember this. The shipper to the, what's the right answer, Jay?
To the lead generator, to the broker, let's just pack the bus. Volvo. Yeah.
No, you got technology that is originally supposed to help the carrier. So the carrier can now get on a load board, i.e. Central Dispatch, and can click, there's a load in my lane where I'm going. It pays what I want. Okay, click. Gold bars, right?
Oh, yeah, gold bars all day. Yeah, easy.
Gold bars.
Easy
gold
peasy.
Bars.
Easy peasy.
So, but now the gold bars are getting him there, but now what's he going to do when he gets empty? Well, he couldn't work on anything because he was driving, and we can't use our phones or any kind of real technology while we're driving, right? except our ELD, of course. We can use that.
Oh, yeah.
So now he needs some help. And he doesn't have any help. So he's calling ATI, CTS, I need a dispatcher, please. So now I've got an even bigger problem, Jay. I was a little bit cranky about dispatch, but now I'm really got an attitude with technology.
Oh.
Because you've got a load board that you're offering to the shipper and the carrier, and you're going to go ahead and let brokers in and customers, shippers, dealers, and carriers, right? Problem, lots of problems. There's got to be what they call interlining. Somewhere around 2012, I think Obama signed some deal that says no more interlining, no more double brokering, anteed up the bond from 10 grand to 75 grand, changed everything. Yay. Not in this industry. Didn't fix anything, made it worse.
Right now, a couple guys just got up and got donuts again because they don't know interlining, right? And why is this information so like beyond our scope? Because we have nowhere to get knowledge on a regular basis.
Yeah.
What?
Well, so when you get a load off central dispatch and you're the dispatcher for a carrier, and whoever you're talking to was probably a broker most of the time, is that right? Or not right? I don't know.
No, well, and that's actually dispatchers are like, they just rise out of the earth, like from in the beginning, there was wood and sticks and rocks, and then there were dispatchers. The dispatchers, I don't think dispatchers actually came from brokerages or anything else. They somehow just appeared in the wilderness.
Right. So where I see some problems.
That's my story. I mean, I came out of the wilderness.
You're a mushroom.
Yeah. Pretty much. I mean, I needed a job, and
most of your life.
I needed a job, and apparently there were lots of car haulers that thought dispatchers could solve all their problems. Thus, the dispatcher.
Yeah.
And
but I have empathy for the small guy, man. I really do. Well, I understand there's a lot going on. Man, get your sister, your brother, your mom, your dad, your wife, your kid. I mean, dude, in this, I'm sorry, guys. I mean, I don't want to sound like a total douchebag, but I'm telling you, it is not that hard to get on Central Dispatch. I want to go from here to here, search loads. There you go. I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, here we go. Okay, Matt says, clearly tonight isn't helping my addiction. I just booked a U-ship load. I'm not telling you. Here's the thing. I'm not saying get off the load boards. What I'm saying is stop thinking your dispatcher is a miracle worker. You and I both know there are people right now wondering why their dispatcher isn't bringing them the money they think they need to make. If you booked your own load off of U-ship, at least you know what it is, what it pays, and you made that decision. That's what we're talking about. Okay? I mean, I don't care where you get your business on day 1 or day 7. But by day 100, it better not be somebody you pulled out of the back office while they were mopping up and then you had them run the register. Because as a dispatcher, I never understood how the drivers, I worked for a lot of drivers, so many would talk to me like I was screwing with their business. And I'm like, I'm your dispatcher. Why would you even think that I'm somehow your business partner? I mean, I am when it comes to talking about routes. I'll help however I can, but I don't know what you're paying in insurance. And you can tell me, but I didn't tell you to be a car hauler.
Jay, you seem a little worked up.
I know, right? Well, I used to hate it. Man, I used to hate dispatching. Oh my gosh. Is this
therapy for us or therapy for
Yeah, exactly. I know. I just wanted all you to witness my therapy. Oh my gosh. It's crazy. So here's what we're going to do, Ty. We're going to keep this going. we're gonna hear a little bit about fleet compliance solutions, and when we come back, we're gonna be joined by Sue and Don, and we're gonna keep on rolling the dispatcher addiction therapy. Hey guys, Jay at Auto Transport Intel here. Listen, don't wait until it's too late to get FMCSA and DOT compliant. You need to take care of that right away. The best way to do that is to go visit my friend Brian Riker at Fleet Compliance Solutions. Now, you can go to Fleet Compliance Solutions LLC, or you can also visit him at yourdotguy.com. And here he's got services to help you out, whether you're a single owner operator or a fleet. You can contact him and ask him for, you can get US DOT compliant, applying for your authority write-off, or if you're going to be audited, you're going to need help. And he helps you make sure that you navigate the DOT and be fully compliant when you're going through your safety audit. Also, he can help out with safety training, coaching, OSHA, environmental concerns, help you protect your CDL. You can visit him and his staff. Go to fleetcompliancesolutions.net or yourdotguy.com. Talk to Brian. If you need an expert witness, if you're going to end up in court over a problem, you're going to need some help, and he can help represent you. There are links here. Find out more about Fleet Compliance Solutions. And also, he's got articles and information. If you've got specific questions, you can contact him at 570-228-6210. And I highly encourage you to visit Fleet Compliance Solutions LLC, yourdotguy.com. Tell him ATI sent you. Brian is a friend of the show. Thanks. All right, welcome back to the show. Hey, do me a favor, Don, before I introduce you. If you're listening to the show, go ahead and ditch that audio. And I want to welcome you to the show, Don. From 929 Transport, my old buddy Don is with us tonight. Dude, we've been through the
commercial in the background.
That's okay. All right. Well, I'll tell you, you can, now that you're with me on the show, you can either mute the audio or shut down that YouTube channel entirely. Not you guys. You guys out there, you need to, no, I'm just kidding. All right. But I'll tell you what is hard, Don, is sometimes once you join the meeting, it's hard to turn off that other window. So see if you're able to do that. And then I've also got Sue from Murphy Auto Transport is with us here tonight. Hey, Sue, can you hear us okay?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. And, you know, I appreciate you guys joining the show, taking time out of your schedules to try and continue this message. What is the message? Is it convoluted? Does it make any sense what I'm talking about, what me and Ty are trying to say?
Yeah, if I could figure out how to turn off the audio in the background, I could tell you.
All right, see if you can do that. Sue, does this show make any sense?
Well, yes and no. I haven't been able to watch the whole thing because my internet keeps going in and out.
Okay.
I know that Ty has this beef against dispatchers, which I am one. So, but obviously there is a use for us. I think you guys are trying to say that, like, what I gather from what's going on is that somehow or another we're being perceived as dispatchers are somehow running these people's company. Is that what you guys are trying to think?
No, that is what I'm saying. Because I've been, as a dispatcher, over half the time, it was perceived that I was in charge of the company revenue. And I did not understand that at all. That's what I'm saying.
See, I don't get that. I get that, because you're right, we don't know what they're paying. I mean, I do have some guys that tell me this is what I pay per day, what I need to make per day, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, there you go.
I appreciate that. I would rather know.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
But you can't say that you're going to make that per day.
No, I can't guarantee anything because we don't have a crystal ball. We do not know what loads are going to come up. We don't know when we send you to the next place. Yeah, we're already looking for that other load, but I don't know how good it's going to pay. I don't know. I mean, I try to send you into places that I know pay good money. But once again, I do not have a crystal ball. This week may suck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you don't know.
That's right.
But most of my guys don't expect me to have that crystal ball. They know that I do the best that I can for them. And that's what they expect. And that's what I do. And there's only a couple guys that I've had over the years that have said, okay, you're not making me enough money. I'm going to go do this, whatever. I get it. If that's, that's what it is, that's what it is. I'm going to do the best I can do for whatever I do. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sue, I think, now I apologize. Dispatchers are way needed.
Oh, live.
Okay, say that again.
I was just telling you, I totally believe in dispatchers. I think my problem is that people get into this business without thinking about this in advance.
Oh, yeah. Completely.
That's what rubs me really.
I completely agree with you. Yeah. You know how many times I have someone call me and they say exactly that. They don't know what to do, where to go.
Oh,
and I can only,
whoa.
Send them what?
What?
They don't know what to do, where to go. They don't even usually have their MC number. They don't even know how to get it. They don't know there's such as a thing as a consortium. I mean,
but they got a truck and trailer, Sue.
Yes, I know.
I mean, what's the problem? Let's go.
Well, yeah, and they don't even. Do you have a CDL? And they're like, oh,
load me up.
I got a truck and trailer.
Load me up.
So,
well, again, they don't even have their CDL yet. Okay, but they have a truck and trailer, but no CDL.
Right. So here's what I'm saying, Sue. Dispatch is critical, absolutely critical. I think it would be better if it was built within your organization, your company.
Oh, yeah.
Is organically grown. Here's my dispatcher now that I've trained for the last 30 years.
Right.
Okay, so technology has taken us to a place where Murphy Auto Transport, right?
Right.
Technology is amazing. I can't say I always like it, but it is pretty amazing. So again, I'm not saying dispatch is bad. I'm saying people really need to think about this business.
That's right. And I really do. I want to clarify too, is that one of the reasons why I talk about this is what dispatch shouldn't be such a nightmare.
Right. I agree.
Why is it? Why?
Because everybody is relying on somebody else with technology to make my life better. That's where I get tanked up about this whole central dispatch problem.
Well,
it's crazy.
Right. Now that I'm caught up on time.
All right. Thank you, Don.
All right. So central dispatch was created to eliminate dispatchers. That was the whole point, is that the guy should be able to get in his truck, get a button. I got the load. I'm going down the road or whatever. It's gotten more complicated than that. Now we're adding COIs. We're adding several layers of stuff added onto it. It involves faxing, receiving, getting different information for the customer. Everybody's competing for the same damn loads. It's not the same thing as what it was. When I first got into it, I was trying to do everything myself. Well, good luck driving down the road, swerving out of your lane and hooking up with loads coming back. So that's why you get a dispatcher. And I got Jay. Right. And Jay and I talked originally. I mean, I can tell you from a first-time car hauler, I started with everything I had, relying on this guy on the other end of the phone, Jay, that sold me on, hey, I'm going to get you a load back. And that was the whole point. It just started with the load back. That's all it needed.
That's right. I was your backhaul.
Take 5%, 7%. 10% is getting kind of sketchy, but 5%, 7% or whatever, get me back. And I'm looking at it like a lot of these guys with 10 cars going, well, I'm going to take a car that's not going to pay very good, fill a spot. I was doing the same thing. Am I going to come back with 3 cars or am I going to come back with 1 car? And I couldn't get 1 car because I had no access to a fax machine. I had no access to my COIs. I mean, it would took me 2 days to get in and out of Atlanta, Georgia, just to go to Chicago. So I paid my 5% to Jay. But then what happens is you build a relationship with Jay or someone like that, hopefully. And then all of a sudden he knows, hey man, this is where the guy wants to go. These are the routes you want to do. And we had a lot of weird discussions about like Jay was basically 929. I mean, hell, I think we sent him a shirt.
Yeah, I've got a shirt, man. Yeah.
Or something like that. Yeah. I'm surprised you ain't wearing it.
I know. I didn't think of it, man. It's in my closet.
Yeah. But I mean, the thing is that you the whole time, no offense to Jay, but the whole time I was thinking that I need to build a relationship with a dispatcher that works for the company that knows that I know what they're doing all the time, knows exactly what lanes we want to be in, and know how I want to pay them according to that. And you have to have a couple of trucks for that. You can't do it with just one truck. One good thing about Jay was doing, I think we were doing what, 4 trucks that were non-compete with me.
Oh yeah, exactly. I had about 5.
Which was one of my biggest concerns, because I don't want to sit here and try to figure out, well, this guy on the other end of the phone, he's loading up me out of Texas, but who the hell else is he loading up out of Texas? You know, when he tells me there's nothing there, I want to know that there's nothing there. You know what I mean? So it's like a relationship thing. I mean, we learned it over the years. We even talked about equipment. We talked about advancing different things. I mean, I didn't buy another piece of equipment until I talked to you, because you were the anchor of the company, you know. But at the same time, in the back of my mind, I thought, well, I need to bring somebody in. And then that's when Aaron came in, and we learned, hey, you know, we're going to try to do this ourselves so that we know what we're doing. And what the thing with Aaron is that it was a lot of shit to put on you to say, hey, Jay, these people keep calling you about us picking up stuff. Well, it's hard to build a relationship with a guy that's outside of that. He's taking his 5%. He's not going to bring a customer in. Well, when I went internally and we had our own dispatcher, if someone said, hey, I love the job you did, all right, well, call us again. And so we made a connection, and we became I never think of a customer as a customer. It's always about a partner. You know, what can we do for you? What can we do for you? You know, you've struggled. What can we fix? Well, the problem is that when you're behind the wheel, you can't have those type of conversations. When you're sitting in front of sitting on the phone, you can, you know, and you'd be amazed at how many times that someone called back and said, hey, I need this moved. And you figure out what they want. And then you add that to your mix. And then the next thing you know, you're not just hauling cars anymore. Now you're fucking family, you know? I mean, how do you fire those guys? Who gives a shit what it costs, you know? So that's the relationships that we built. And I did that a lot off that guy right there in the hat backwards. I mean, that guy, he hooked me up a lot.
You know, man, I appreciate what you say. You know, what's cool, I learned a lot from you. Don, you were the first car hauler that I worked with that wasn't just relying on me and all the load boards and everything. You were building your customer base. I mean, you worked really hard on that. And I think that's when my eyes started to get open, like, wait a minute, there is a better way to do this. Rather than just asking me, just make me some money, you know?
No, you can't do that. You're not. I mean, goddamn, I wish I could call you and tell you and make me money. If I could, everybody would pay you a lot of money. It's not that.
Well, I tell you what, I have had guys stare at me on the phone and say, make me money. Where are we going?
That's not a reality.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, you got to find your lanes. You got to find what your anchors, you know, what we always called anchors, and you build a relationship. And I mean, the very first load you ever booked for me, I was coming out of Atlanta. I gave you a credit card, and I was like, this might be the dumbest thing I've ever done. And I did it. And then the very first load we booked, we went to Texas, and we made a lot of money going in. And I was like, oh man, this guy left me hanging. And that's what anybody would think in the rational mind. I've got $100,000 of equipment. I mean, I'm sitting in the middle of Texas. Hell, I don't know where I'm going, what I'm going to do next. And then you hook me up. And from there, it was history. And I think that's one of the things is that if you're going to get a dispatcher, you've got to be able to commit to, maybe you don't test it quite like I did. You don't throw, I mean, I threw everything at you, man. I'll be honest with you. That was everything I had. We were sitting in Texas with it. But you test the waters with it. You test the waters and you learn, and maybe you get it from a friend that's already learned. You know, you don't want to lose your ass in this business because it's real hard to make $1,000, but it's real easy to lose 9,000.
You know what you did though, Don? Here's another thing you taught me. You were the first driver to every night before I went to bed, you were sending me loads that you liked. Try to call these first thing in the morning.
Right.
And there you are. You're in the driver's seat. You're telling me You're directing
that's
me.
each other, man.
And that's
the
way to do
know
it.
what I think.
I
if
loved
you
that.
Like me, we'd be in trouble.
I started telling my other drivers, hey, I got a driver doing this. Will you do this? And I had a couple people like, well, you're the dispatcher.
We
I'm
were
like,
7 days a
what?
week, 20. I remember one night, 11:30 at night, man.
Oh, yeah, no, we did. We worked late. But you were right there. We were side by side. You didn't tell me to go.
But once you got it, though, once you got it, you got it.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Then we built trust, and I could book it. But also that was thing,
well, if you think about it this way, I guess this is the best thing I can tell somebody, is that if I was going to hire somebody for a dispatcher, right, and it was going to cost me just whatever 5%, whatever, it's $300 a week, whatever, $400 a week. You ain't going to obviously just hire them and put them in a damn driver's seat and let them go and run the whole company. You know what I mean? You've got to train them. And if you don't take the time to train them, then don't fucking hire them, because it makes no sense. Do it yourself. You know, I can't trust you with my load if you and I aren't on the same link. And it's the same way if somebody was working on my truck. I'm not going to let a guy work on my truck that I don't trust. It's probably even more. It's more than that. You know, you're booking everything, and I don't want to send 3 trucks to Arizona, and all of a sudden I'm thinking, sleeping in my bed going, well, I hope Jay's going to get it figured out. When it's all said and done, after what, maybe 3-4 months or something like that, maybe I knew Jay had it figured out. You know, I mean,
but at the same, but you also had customers. That's where your bread and butter was.
We hooked up with those as we went along. Yeah.
Right, exactly. But that you knew that had to be part of the strategy.
Well, yeah. I mean, anybody.
Well, yeah, exactly. But not everybody thinks that way.
No, it's not about going off the board. I mean, you can't go off the board. I love the board. Don't get me wrong. The board's a great idea. It's a great backhaul. It's a great hole filler. It's not for making a living. You just can't. It's not. There's too many people out there doing too many stupid things, and it's got too many hands in it. I mean, I want to make $100, and I would love to make a 40% return on that, which is $40. But when you start pulling a board, you start pulling too many variables into it. Now you're making 15%. You can't survive that maintenance. You can't survive that with anything.
I think Sue might need to comment on a couple of these.
Just thinking, Sue, jump in there.
Sue's been around
for okay. Yeah, I have. I agree with you, what you're saying, that you have to build your business as you're going along. Unfortunately, a lot of drivers that are single drivers, owners, don't think of it that way. Because I'm always telling them, when you go in, you need to go introduce yourself. You need to be presented, go in there dressed not filthy, you know what I mean? And act like this is your business. You want them to call you again. Okay. Most of them don't do that. Most of them sometimes have to stop fights happening. Let's just put it that way. Stuff like that. I had that happen today. It was F-bomb every other word between the customer he was dropping with and the driver, who is the owner, that kind of thing. And they don't always look at it that way. Now, don't get me wrong. They should. That's the way anybody running their own business should be doing that. But I don't know if everybody perceives it that way.
That's an owner-operator issue.
Should be doing what?
Yeah, right. I agree.
That's definitely an owner-operator issue. I mean, I can't tell you. I have run back before ELDs, back when it was legal to throw shit out the window. I remember there was a couple customers that we had, and I had just got back, and I just knew these guys were going to be something that was going to like make us a continued effort. I mean, it was a guy in Texas that even Jay knew it. I mean, we talked about it, and we said, hey, this could be something. Well, hell, I'm not going to send one of my guys there. I had just got back literally from Louisiana, and no sleep. The truck was loaded, got in it myself, paid the guy that sat at home and watched TV. I drove it to Texas, and we made a connection. I mean, you've got to be that committed. This is not, it's not like any other business. Any business is the same thing. If you're not going to put it in, then don't do it. you know, and this one here will sink you real fast.
You just made me think of like the restaurant owner that's there every day.
Same concept. Yep.
It'll sink you. And this is different than a restaurant, though. I mean, a restaurant, you buy, you know, $400 of food and it goes bad in the refrigerator. This, I'm telling you right now, I blow a motor, I've lost 12 grand just right out of the gate. Or I hit somebody, I'm 50 grand in the hole. Or I lose a customer, I could lose $200,000 worth of work. I mean, it's a lot of risk. It's a very high risk, low reward. You've got to be about damn near insane to do it. There's been many times I've quit at least 20, 30 times in my mind. I promise you that. So, but I mean, it's if you're going to be a good owner, if you want to own a company and you want to sit back and you want to swim in your pool and drink beer and stuff like that, then it's going to take a lot.
Yeah.
Just with anything. I mean, you don't send guys out to do that shit. I don't. And even today, I've got one customer that's wrapped up. And if I feel in my mind that something's loose or it ain't right or it don't feel right, I go. That's just what you do. So.
Yeah, and there you go. That's perfect. And so this is all we're saying. Dispatchers are important. Yeah. Have a business plan before you go out and spend any money. I mean, here's the thing, man. Call me. I'll talk to you. Don will talk to you. Jay, I mean, we'll talk to you. But don't, I mean, just, man, I mean, I've got to physically see guys that bought something for close to 100 grand, bring it back. Mm-hmm. And you're like, ooh, man, you should have called.
You should have called.
I'm totally for dispatch. I think dispatch is important. And Don said it in I think a way more understandable way than I've been trying to say it, which is it is. It's something, you got a relationship with Jay. That's, man, I want it in it's mine. I want it. Right?
Well, and it's a great way to start. I mean, guys like Jay was with us that, I don't know if I can say it or not, Super Dispatch, whatever, they weren't connected to me. And it was on a interim basis. And I paid them, I don't remember what the hell I was even paid at the time. But the point being is that I paid them as I go. If it don't work, it's done. We're done. You know, if I like what I like, it doesn't change. But one good thing was I wasn't paying somebody a salary every week. And you can tell by that first conversation. I mean, like I said, I talked to Jay and I was losing loads. I was in Atlanta and it was funny because he called. It was almost like it's like one of those things that everything happens for a reason. I was sitting in Atlanta and I was battling trying to get stuff out of there to go to Chicago. I had to go to Chicago. And he calls me up and says, "Hey, this is Jay. You got time to talk?" I'm like, "Hell no, I ain't got time to talk. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to get loads, man." He's like, "Well, this is what I'm talking about. You know, this, and this." And I remember sitting in Chicago and I was like, well, like I said, it's either going to be one of the best things I ever did or the worst thing. And I got back from Chicago to Louisville. And I think we even talked before a couple of things. He didn't ask a lot of questions. I mean, it was really kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie. And he fucked up this load and he said, "Hey man, can you pick up on Saturday?" And I had drivers and I was like, shit, I'm gonna go get it. You know, like I think one of the things about it doesn't have to be car hauling. It don't have to be trucking. It don't have to be, I mean, you can, for all I care, you can sell dining room furniture. I don't know. If you ain't hands-on and you don't get in there, you're not going to make it. That's the reality. You can pay these guys all day long, because I've got some of the three of the best employees that you could ever imagine. And I promise you, they're not going to push the business to the level I'm going to push it. That's not going to happen. So it's a great theory, but it don't work. So I think we talked. I went and picked up cars on Saturday and Sunday. And I was like, well, this don't seem right, but all right, I'll go with it. And he got me down there in Texas. And I remember thinking, man, what did I get myself into? And I think I even had like a half-assed GPS. You sent me in the middle of like, there was cows around. I don't know, but I ended up getting a full load coming back out. And then once we figured out our lanes and things of that nature, and you could tell with a dispatcher, I mean, that's one thing about it is I knew Jay was as smart or equally smart as I was, or he was at least, even if he wasn't smart, he was definitely down. Well, I don't mean it in a bad way. I'm just saying he was wanting to put in the effort. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we both. That's
he's willing to work.
Well, and that's the thing is that's a big part of it is that I think you and I clicked right from the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's awesome.
We're
But
we're meant to be, Jay.
yeah, we're meant to be, man. But
Yeah.
you know, and that's the thing is that was a helpful time because we both learned a lot. But I know Ty's dying. Tell me, Ty, what are you dying to say?
No, I got to ask Sue a question.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Sue, are you a broker?
Yes, I'm also a broker.
Okay, so this is good. We need to talk a lot because I've got some problems.
Okay.
You're a broker, right? So you're a broker
Yep.
and you've got carriers. So what happens when you're on central dispatch, for example, and there's a perfect load for your carrier over there, wherever that is, but a broker has it posted on central?
So what do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying.
Okay, so you've got a carrier, and let's say he's in Dallas.
Right.
He's your right
Okay.
guy, and you need to get
Right.
a load, you need to get him out. He's got to hurry up, go.
Right. Right.
You don't have anything down there, so you start bumping around on central dispatch. Oh, look, there's one right there, and it's brokers are us. Is
Right.
posted. So being a broker, I know that you got to deal with the guy as a carrier, but you really are a broker. So when you take a load from brokers are us and throw it on your carrier, what are you doing?
I'm dispatching. Is that what you're saying? I mean, you're not asking about if it was my own personal load. You're asking like what I do every day. I call to get a load for a driver. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, but are you calling as a broker or are you calling as a dispatcher?
No, I'm calling as a dispatcher for the company that I work for, whoever that may be. You know, so-and-so transport. I'm calling in and saying, this is so-and-so. This is Sue with so-and-so transport. I'm wondering if load number blah, 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 blah is available. You know, we can pick it up on this day. Can you do this kind of money on it? You know, that kind of thing.
But Ty,
Just so you know, Sue, I think that will help if you say their name, because Jay and I ran into some issues. The company that he was dispatching for, remember that, Jay?
Well, and that's the thing is that what Ty is talking about is brokers posting loads that were posted by other brokers. That's where you're headed.
Double brokering.
Broker, which is not
Yeah.
what dispatchers do. I know what Sue's talking about.
No.
Yeah.
But with Sue, what I was saying is that she's calling and saying, okay, this is 99 transport, and we're calling and getting this load. You will do 1,000 times better than being like whoever your brokering firm is, because what happens is you run into the same stuff we ran into, where they don't want to talk to the guy on the phone, they don't want to talk to the broker, and if anybody else at that company, dispatching wise, has rubbed somebody wrong, it harms you a little bit. So just be the company.
Yeah, I don't discuss. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of brokers who know who I am because I've been doing this for quite a while.
Right, they know your voice.
Yeah, well, and they know most of my girls in here, and most of them give me loads over other people just because they know who I am, and I usually only represent, you know, people that are going to show up with the car, they're not going to damage the car, that kind of thing. So my thing is when I call, because you know as well as I do, they're not going, if I'm talking to another broker and I'm a broker, they're going to go, oh, you're going to steal my load and you're going to post it. I've had these conversations.
Yeah.
Jay has heard that.
You're going to steal. I know.
Yeah.
And I have,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. Sue is on the show tonight because I know she runs a professional organization. I know that.
Yeah.
Everybody here tonight is a professional in what they do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, Don,
I mean, as far as I always, I always say who it is and that kind of thing. I never throw out my name unless they know who I am, if that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And Jay, there was a company that contacted you here a couple weeks ago, right? And she called me because she'd seen you on TV and she thought you were a dispatcher. Okay, not on TV, sorry, YouTube.
No, that's great. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about if you think about it. But anyways.
All right.
And so I had to explain to her what I am, what you are. And then she's like, okay, so you're a broker too. I'm like, yeah. And she's like, but you don't take our loads, do you? I'm like, no, never has happened. I've been in the business for way too long, and I would never damage my reputation, let alone any of my driver's reputation, by doing something stupid like that. And she was like, cool, fine, here you go. Get on my board. You set up all your drivers, and you get on my load board and look all you want. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So that's kind of the way we do it.
they go back to one of our other conversations is relationships. You know,
Yeah,
you build a
absolutely.
relationship with anybody, and
Yeah.
they will give you the world. And
Yes.
and then what I do is I always go beyond that. We try to find a relationship. We build it, and then you just get into bed with them to where they can't get rid of you. You know?
And here's a right.
I mean,
sounds like
serious.
marriage.
I do that every single day.
And
I do so many more things in Holland that I mean, not like sexually or nothing. I'm just saying like.
So. Man,
like,
working with Don Clute.
They couldn't handle their own logistics. I mean, they couldn't. And that's no joke. They had 9 locations, could not handle the logistics. And what we did is we made almost basically just make a shareware type deal. And we handled what they had, where it was going, what was going on. And all it was communication. I mean,
they shared it. Yeah, they shared part of their
simple.
Google Drive with you, I think.
Yeah, it took like 30 minutes to do.
Yeah,
and
that was
and
awesome.
The funny thing is that when you do something like that, they can't get away from it because, yeah, you might be 5 cents a mile cheaper, but now I don't know where any of my equipment, I don't know where anything is. I don't know what's going on. For this, they knew everything. And that makes, because most of the people you're dealing with aren't like the head cheese. You're dealing with the guy that's in transportation. The guy in transportation answers to 2 other people. So as long as you make this guy look good, it doesn't matter, you know? So something to think about. I don't know.
Well, and I was going to say that I lost my thought because
when I said the sex thing, I'm sorry, Jay.
But, you know, when it comes to one of the things I found frustrating is that we book all these loads. We made all these things happen. We talked to folks, gained their trust, did the COI. But I was under such intense pressure that I didn't have time to go back and ask the relationship I just made if they had another load next week or next day. Because working as a hired gun dispatcher for several companies, not being under one roof, I didn't have time to build those relationships.
And that's not what you're paid to do.
Well, that's and that's what we're talking about.
Owners.
That's where the smack comes. That's right. The owner's got to take control. Give me that customer database.
Everything we do is monetary. Everything was monetary. I mean, I would love to wake up and do a lot of things I want to do, but if I'm not getting paid for it, I'm not going to do it. And it's the same way with you. I mean, I think I told you several times, you call me like at least 3 or 4, maybe a dozen times, maybe. I think 3 or 4 is shallow, probably like 12 times. And you said, hey, this guy's going to be a good connection. And I made sure that you were hooked up. I mean, somewhere along the way, outside of what you were doing or whatever, I was going to make sure you had money, you know, because it's something important that it was something that you called on to that I wasn't there for. And that's what those conversations are. When you're on the phone, you're creating a relationship.
And you were the one to solidify the handshake. I gave you the lead.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, but you had, that's the thing is, this is the whole point, is that while dispatchers perform a very important function, you said it, relationships are the key. And the key to forging the relationship and making it stick is the owner.
It is. Yeah, it's no joke.
Right.
It's a lot of work.
The owner.
Sue, what were you going to say?
No, I completely agree with you. It is the owner. I think we're set up to do a certain job, but the way I always look at it is we work for them. That's what I always tell everybody. We are your office, not in your home. You know what I mean? And we're here to help you, but you are still the owner. You are the one representing yourself out there. We're going to represent you professionally when we're talking to people and taking loads and verifying the loads and, you know, talking to the places and stuff like that. But ultimately, you're the one that's going to go down if something goes wrong. And you're the one who has to take the responsibility for all of that. So, I mean, that's what I always say. We work for you. We're not the owner. You are. You've got to make the big decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's just like a dealership with a secretary out front. You're not going to hire. You're not going to hire a badass secretary that's going to yell at people. You're going to hire somebody that's pleasant, that's nice, that makes you feel comfortable, give them a coffee, and has them wait. You know, and that's what you do. I mean, it's just like hiring an employee.
So here's where I need some help from everybody. Because of Jay, because of his show, I'm getting a lot of calls that ask for dispatchers.
All right.
I still do not have an answer.
For dispatchers?
No, for carriers that want a dispatcher, I do not have an answer.
We actually still don't have, like, we still need, I guess we still need dispatchers.
Well, yeah.
But we don't need more new car haulers saying, I got a truck, I got a trailer, now I need a dispatcher. And
well, there you go.
I'm gold.
And there's your answer right there. Don't go buy a truck and trailer until you know the third piece of the puzzle. That's common damn sense. That's not just in this, it's in everything. You have to have all the pieces to the puzzle. I mean, I can't make a 12-piece puzzle with 9 pieces. It doesn't make sense.
I love
to have all the pieces.
I love what you're saying. Is it common sense?
It is common sense. You have to have, I mean, I don't know who would spend $100,000 and not have work. It just don't make sense. I mean, if you do,
it happens.
I got money all in you right now. 20%.
It happens. It happens every day.
Don, listen, man. Sue, you go first.
Yes, it happens all the time. I mean, I get calls on a regular basis.
Okay, so
that
you're
say
getting
exactly
calls.
that.
Let's say you get 1 a day, and let's say I get 4 a day. There's 5 a day. That's 25 people spending $100,000 in a week that have no clue
idea
what they're doing. None.
And I don't know if that's just in this trucking industry. I mean, I don't know. I don't own too many. I
think it's in everything. I come across people all the time in businesses. Like if we're going to use the restaurant scenario, they just decide they're going to open up a restaurant. They've sunk, $25,000 or $100,000 into it, but they don't know anything about food costs. They don't know anything about. I mean, it's the same concept. It happens all the time. It's crazy.
That is just stupid. But hey, what's funny is that every time they fail, then it makes all the good guys. I mean, we sit here and criticize these guys that don't make it, but in all reality, man, I'll be honest with you. I want 90% of those people to fail because I want to be the 10%.
Let me say this.
I mean, that's no joke.
I'm going to help you out. I'm going to say this.
Family show.
I'm going to
say.
Well,
I like to make money.
You know what's cool?
I'm
gonna say this. I know Don, and Don is a great guy. So let me help interpret what you said. I'm gonna say this is that we don't want anybody to fail. But what we do know is if you come into this half-cocked, not even quarter-cocked, you got your truck and your trailer and no plan, well, how do you expect to succeed?
Yeah.
And guys like Don will eat you alive.
Yeah,
come on.
They will, and because there's a lot of good car haulers out there, and that's part of this too. I want to meet every great car hauler. I don't think it's possible, but I would like to.
Yeah, you just got to do your due diligence, man. I mean, you can't put a business plan together without that part. It's in your you put it. What you put it together at how many steps was in that, Jay? 12, 20.
Oh, the 20 steps to start car hauling.
Just go back to that. I mean,
it's pretty awesome. You helped me with that.
Securing finance is hard, but that's not even the hardest part. If you can't secure customers, then don't mess with it, And if you want to go out on a whim, I mean, that's your call. I wouldn't do it. Even with just a dispatcher you don't even know. You've got to have something kind of locked in. It's just like any business. People don't get in business without knowing something, And
I'll tell you what, since we talked about Central Dispatch, I'm going to say this. I don't think Central Dispatch makes it any easier to learn how to do this industry. You can run through your 30-day free trial before you've got all the pieces in place. I really wish Central Dispatch or whoever invents the next great load board or whatever it's going to be called, the load matching center, that allow drivers time to get to know your technology. Don't just throw out some kind of willy-nilly 30 days because 30 is a good number that people like to use. Help the driver learn your tool and give them time to use the tool, learn the tool, and so that tool actually benefits them. And by the way, if there's something they don't like about your tool, listen to them.
Well, and it needs to be driver oriented. It's
Yes.
Like we've had this, we talked about this months ago, is that Central Dispatch is broker oriented. It's not driver oriented. And it should be a dispatch
Totally.
thing. Click yes, you click no, all the information's there. You have my COI. You don't need 50 things of paperwork. We're good to go. And that's how you eliminate your dispatch. But who knows?
Oh, dang it. I think I hung up on whoever that was. Maybe that
JD follow.
Man, maybe
was
call me back. I don't know.
Probably your anchor load.
Oh, that was it. Oh. Oh no, I just missed a gold bar, dude. Great.
There's a guy sitting in Texas right now cussing you out.
You know who? It's probably Larry Steigers. Now that's funny. Dude, Larry Steigers, he has gold bars, by the way. If you're looking for a gold bar in Texas, Larry Steigers. Right?
Larry Steigers is a non-negotiating son of a bitch.
Oh, but he's got the money, man.
Oh, he will not
God.
negotiate, and he has no leniency at all on it. I tried to buy a truck from him one time. He yelled at me because I tried to talk him down $20.
I think you got yelled at because you had to leave your BOL in the mailbox, and you took it to him.
Yeah, but he paid like $1 a mile.
I know. Larry Steigers, on average, has the highest paying loads of anybody coming out of Texas.
Larry Steigers was the guy, when I dropped off his trucks, I was taking a rag and wiping them down afterwards.
Yeah. I'd say pretty please. In fact, Larry Steigers stuff paid so good, I would like leap at my phone. And then I'd start using any other phone in the office to tie up the phone lines.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
He was bad. But if you take note of this, if you're still paying attention to the show, what's going on? Because we're just bullshit. But at this point, if you pay attention to what Jay's saying, Jay just remembered a name from how long has it been? 3 years now.
Man, 4.
That's the guy you need. A guy like that pays attention to guys that are paying $1 a mile. And what happens is you build a relationship, you pay attention, you mark down the ones you don't want, you mark down the ones you do want. Because there are guys that pay $1 a mile that you want nothing to do with. That shit might not run. When they say it does, it might be 3 days before you get it on your trailer. I mean, there's a lot to it. Or you get guys that, like Jay has, he's got a list. And I bet he could probably name half a dozen. He's probably being modest now. Yeah. But he picks the guys that make money on your route, and that's what you do with a good dispatcher. And you can't pay for that. You know, you take a guy like that, and hell, you either hire him or you do what you got to do. But that's the guy that's sitting in your front office offering coffee to your customer. So.
And I want to thank you, and I want to say, to drive this home right now, whatever you've hauled in the last 7 days, and if you keep track on a spreadsheet, when I don't book a load without getting a first name and a phone number, and I have a notes section, and you make a note of if this is a good paying load, you highlight that name and number, and you call them after it's delivered, not just to get your money. Hey, do you have anything else? What do you guys do? Where else do you go? Because you know what's cool? Those brokers that called me at random, even though I hated that, they're like, hey, can you pick up like West Virginia to Hawaii? Okay, no, I can't. And I got stuff to do. But I admired that they called me.
Or make notes of what they like and what they don't dislike. That's a big thing. Guys that you're trying to get in at 8 o'clock at night and they close at 6.
Oh.
And they're like, oh man, I guess we can make it work. They don't like that. Or you get guys that do like that and say, oh, we don't give a shit. You know, I had one of my best, actually I probably already said this many times in other conversations, but the best customer I had with the disability vans, I got from another customer that I came out of Iowa with their SUV. This thing had bugs 6 inches wide on it. I spent like $12 washing all their cars. I mean, they were bad. Took it to them on a Saturday, so they got them before the weekend was over with. Left it. Didn't think nothing about it. Got paid from the load. About a month or two later, I was on vacation. My phone rang. I actually answered it. out of nowhere. I was like, man, I'm not going to answer it. Yeah, I'll answer it. And it was a friend of theirs that hooked me up with these vans. And I did almost $300,000 a year in vans by the time it was all said and done, just from me washing one customer's cars to answering the phone while I was on vacation to doing a good job for these other guys.
I thought you wanted to own your own company, Don.
I'm thinking about it. What do you think? I should get in.
No, I thought you wanted to own your own company, though.
Oh, own my own
You
company?
answered the phone on vacation? Are you serious?
Yeah, I've got all my money wrapped up in
you never went on. You almost never went on vacation. I'm so glad, dude. You know what, Don? Whatever the truth really is. No, I'm just kidding. Listen,
I lie a lot.
But you work, man. You were always working whenever I was. I tell you. You know what? Yeah.
Hey, but you know what's really cool?
You got to do what you got to do.
I'm just going to tell you right now is I think I probably put in close to, oh my God, I'd say 100 hours a week. So is that times 50? That's like 5,000 hours a year for about 25,000.
It is a good thing ELD did
just
not
so
exist.
I can tell everybody that I own the company.
We couldn't even do that now with ELD. What we were pulling off.
Oh yeah.
It was. But we had to. Even then, the brokers were breathing down my neck.
I was so far in the hole that I ran to where I couldn't even see a damn road sign. I remember looking at a road sign and I couldn't even read it. And I'm like, man, this might not be good. And I was running 20, I was working 18 hours a day. And then I was invoicing and for 2 hours. So I had 20 hours. So I slept 4 hours for months on end just to get back out of that damn hole that I was in because the truck kept breaking down. And then I bought that new truck and then it just kind of all smoothed out. And then I think you came on not too long after that.
Tell the story about the hand sanitizer. I love this story.
What is it? Oh, the cop and the hand sanitizer. Yeah, that time that the trailer lights didn't work and I didn't have no gloves and my hands were all black and dirty. And I was like, man, I think I'll use this hand sanitizer to wash my hands. And I'd been awake for probably 2-3 days. I mean, it's one of those deals where, you get drivers, they do a good job, and I'm going to do a better job. And so long story short, they wouldn't let you stop on the side of the road in Louisiana anymore. So I kept going and going and going. And I get to a way station, it was closed. And I pull in there and my lights weren't working again. I'm like, dang it. So I get out and I fix the lights and my hands are dirty again. So I wash it with hand sanitizer and I fall asleep. Well, 20 minutes in, all of a sudden somebody's knocking on my door with the blue lights. And I'm like, what in the hell? So I'm out of it. I mean, you can imagine. I mean, it looked like I was drunk. And I roll down the window and he's like, you got to move. You can't be here. And I'm trying to explain stuff. Well, so I roll up the window. He leaves. He comes back and he said, hey, driver, get out of the truck. He said, I smell alcohol. I'm like, oh. Man, I've been ripped off. I should be drunk by now. This ain't right, And so I get out, stand in front of his car, and what it was a hand sanitizer. And I was so tired. He followed me to the next exit. The funny thing is that's just one story, but I probably got 300 stories. I mean, they just never cease. I mean, it's just, I could literally make a movie off the stupidest stuff that's happened. That's not a joke.
But at the root of it, I want to say this is that you ran your business. Even though I was on the phone with you a lot and I was booking loads, you ran the business, and I liked that. I knew that you were in it for the long run. Whereas guys that hand me the keys and said, make me rich, get me out of here. This is
if
terrible.
I was Sam Walmart, you would see me at the damn door greeting you. That's just the way it works.
Exactly. That's right. And that's the way we got to do it.
It's just with any business. So,
well,
if you're going to get in it, get in it.
So
if you ain't, get out. So.
If it's not common sense, we've just put on a show night to talk about it. And since we've done that, all right. So should we try something? You guys want to try something risky?
Sure, go ahead.
You want to try this? All right, let's see if we can do this. All right, so here's what we're going to do.
Jay.
We're going to do...
It's going to be good.
All right, this is going to be interesting, that's for sure.
Are you going to spin a wheel?
No, better.
Okay, so here we go. Oh, here, let me do this. All right. right.
If we're losing clothes, I'm in trouble. I only got this shirt on. I'm down below this table. I ain't got nothing on. So I'm just saying.
Oh, there's that. All right.
Family show.
Okay. All right. So.
You draw that I'm done.
All right. So there we go. All right. So we got some lyrics here. Okay.
We're not
Yeah,
karaoke.
break out the keyboard. Good job.
Are we karaoke? I'm gonna need some beer. This is not gonna go good.
We don't need another inspection. You don't need to see my logs. No dark sarcasm at the scale house. Truckers need to get back home.
Oh yeah. Bring it home, Jay.
Hey, DOT, leave drives alone.
Yeah.
All in all, we just need somewhere we can park. All in all, we just need somewhere we can go park. We don't need old overhang laws. I don't need your ELD. No sole discretion, wasting back hauls. Truckers need to get down the road. Hey, DOT, leave drives alone. All in all, we just need, let us get back to work.
Dispatcher heaven.
All in all, we just need, let me get back to work.
Oh man. Nice.
Okay.
Judge.
There we go, man.
I'm not gonna rate that on a scale of 1 to 10.
DOT, leave drives alone. You know what's cool? You know what's really funny? Is what'll happen is
you
there
still
will
have
be
your girlfriend, right?
there will be drivers driving down the road randomly singing DOT drive
song.
leave drive
Are
alone.
you still in a relationship, Jay?
I don't know. I better check my Facebook status.
Yeah, you're out.
Don't quit your day job, driver.
Yeah.
Don't quit your day job, driver.
Exactly. Why do you think I got into dispatching?
There you go.
Oh, you guys,
Oh,
hey.
Lord.
So that was a lot of fun. I want to thank you guys for joining me on the show tonight. And listen, if you got a question, I like to do this before I let people go. Don, if people have a question for you, is there a way that people can ask you a question? Can people
Smoke
contact
signals.
you?
Smoke signals work, Derek.
Smoke signals? All right, smoke signals.
No, I'm just hell, they can email me. I've had a couple emails come across and stuff and everything. I mean, and I know it sounds like we just goop around and stuff and everything, but most of the time I'm working. So
I know.
I try to get to you when I can or whatever, and I'll help you out if I can.
What's your email address? What can
It's,
I? Yeah.
US929transport@yahoo.com.
US929transport@yahoo.com. So that is Don of 929 Transport. So if you want to ask him a question, you can send him an email. Sue, how can people contact you?
Murphy Auto Transport 31@yahoo.com.
Murphy Auto Transport 31@yahoo.com. Now what's cool is Sue runs a professional dispatch company, and Don is a professional driver. So if your question is about dispatch, contact Sue. If you want to talk about driving or something Don said tonight, you can contact Don. And of course, Ty. You contact Ty when you realize that you need dispatcher addiction therapy.
No.
Okay, now okay. if you need transport business coaching, you contact Ty at ctsbusinesscoaching.com.
And if you need singing lessons, you contact
Do
Jay.
not contact me. Right? That's right. Oh, man. But you know what? It's great. It was so memorable, right? It'll be like, oh my.
Yes. I'm going to be humming this all night long.
Exactly. It's awesome.
Get out my damn head. It's horrible.
It is so great.
Oh.
Love it.
Hey, are we doing the DOT thing in a couple weeks or what? Speaking of singing.
DOT thing?
I thought you were doing something with DOT or something you texted me the other night. Or I thought there was something you texted me the other night.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to be in Black Smoke Matters for the April 12th. I don't know. I can't think of what's in a couple weeks. DOT.
I don't know. You sent me something about, I think it was April 16th or something, and we were going to do something. I thought it was DOT.
Oh, are you talking about, I think you're thinking of like a Florida get-together. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you'll have to text me. I can't
I'll take
think
you
of
out karaoke. Come on.
I can't. Yeah, dude, we're going to do some karaoke. That's what we're going to do.
Just holler at me.
All right, cool. Listen,
All right,
you guys,
get off here.
Thank you guys so much.
All right.
And I'll be talking to you soon. All right?
See ya.
All right.
Peace out, you guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right, and we end the meeting, and then we go back to that, and then let's see here, click that button. You can still hear me okay, and that's right. That's right. All right, so, so this, what's happened is, whether I'm raising the bar every week or just lowering the bar every week, I'm not sure. But I think there's forward progress. And I know that dispatcher addiction therapy might seem like kind of a crazy idea, but it was built on a real idea, which is we got a problem. This industry has a problem. We have people joining this industry without having any idea of the guys that are leaving at the same time. And the guys that are leaving, what would really be helpful is and I'd like to get to this point, if I can get exit interviews on this show of people that are getting out, of why they're getting out, and then share that information with people that are getting in, so that maybe they either don't get in the first place or get in better prepared for what this is really like. That's the point here. So, and don't just rely on your dispatcher to find gold bars, fix your problems. Don't do that. If you're a business owner, don't rely on any other person to build your business strategy than you. You are the owner. This was your business idea. You are not just the driver. You are not the just the equipment owner. You are not just the person that pays the insurance. But you got to take control over where are we going to get our loads, how are we going to build this business? Because if you leave it up to a dispatcher, you might make them crazy. And then you got a problem. So I always say this, guys. Listen, whether you're a car shipping customer, an auto transport broker, a car hauling dispatcher, a vehicle shipping company, a car carrier service provider, Auto Transport Intel is the car hauling business channel for you. This is where car haulers and car shippers, carriers and brokers work together to share information, where we talk about equipment, coaching, and how to build your business. And listen, you can contact me. You could send me an email, autotransportintel@gmail.com. Don't forget to like the show. If you're still here with me, if you've seen only half of it, whatever your approach is to consuming this media, this is about a 2.25 hour show. Remember to share, subscribe, like, comment below. You guys know I will see you next week. So here's the deal. I'm going to start up the car hauler. I love these Tuesday night sessions. I really appreciate you spending this time with me. And next week is the Sun Country show, Sun Country Trailers interview show. It's going to be great. And we're going to talk to Sun Country. We're going to learn more about their sales, their customer service, their history, and why they have one of the most highly coveted, high-quality trailers in the industry. And it was even on a recent show. Hotshot Dave said his dream trailer is Sun Country Trailers. So here comes the car hauler. I'll see you guys in a week. Thanks so much for your time, your input, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys take care. Learn car shipping. Watch Auto Transport Intel, the car hauling business channel. Good night, folks.